time now for the Jake Ferguson Show, brought to you by Miller Lite. And a good afternoon, Jake. How you feeling?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing outstanding, man. It's great to have you on the show, and we do want to apologize for last week, man. The radio board in the control room just totally went down for like the first time in 2 decades.
No worries. No worries. That's all right.
Right on. Well, I do, of course, have your stat of the week, the first tight end in NFL history with at least 50 catches and 6 receiving touchdowns in the first 7 games of a season. I'm starting to think every time you get the ball, you might be going into the house. What do you think?
Yeah, it's less than every 10 catches is a tud. So, I mean, that's honestly, that all goes out to the O-line and Dak, and also the receivers. Like, they open everything up. The big guy's protecting, so that's all them, really.
Well, and Dak had to find you in this one after you wore his high school jersey to the game, didn't he?
Yeah, that was the spur of the moment. Just bought it a couple weeks ago, and I finally got in, and I was like, I got to wear it.
Was that one of those eBay deals? Where'd you find it?
No, I actually... Believe it or not, I just looked up Dak Prescott high school jersey, and it was one of the first things that popped up, and it's actually really good quality, so it's not that bad.
Now, did you time it to where you were showing up at the same time so he could get a good look at you as you were walking up, or was that just a coincidence?
That was pure coincidence, and because usually I walk in and I see him in the locker room because his locker's right by mine, and I'm like, we see each other's fits and we laugh or whatever, and then this time it was perfect because he got out and I was right behind him. And I go, Dak, and he turned around and just started dying. So it was perfect.
Now, I'd heard, I don't know what you've heard about Dak Prescott in high school, but I heard his nickname was Superman because he did it all, like in no matter what sport he played. What's been your experience?
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, he's a good athlete, but I went back and was looking to make sure I had the right jersey. And he's in the little Riddell, and then he's got an even older helmet. And I was making fun of him, like, man, you're old. That's what I was wearing in youth.
Wearing a shut helmet out there.
Hutch helmet.
The Hutch helmet.
The one bar. Yeah.
I got to say, Jake, I was surprised to see that you didn't get in the mix on the pregame dance fest. I saw Pickens and Milton were cleaning up. I figured you were ready to rock and roll in there.
Yeah, you guys don't want to see that. You don't want to see that.
We've seen you mix it up a little bit with the dancing. It's pretty impressive.
Every once in a while, it's usually I don't even know what's going on. I'm just letting the music flow through my body. It's kind of, yeah.
Now, what was the coordinator dance routine you had with your guys in the end zone though? Maybe was that like a TikTok dance or just like a gesture, or how would you describe that?
So that's GP did that. George did that. I believe it was either his first or second touchdown. And we all caught on to it. And then when I had the touchdown against the Jets, the whole line was mad at me. And I was like, all right, you know what? We're going to hit this dance move. Everybody line up. We're going to get in a circle and hit it. And so I had to get the O-line involved. I'm trying to get them involved in a couple other ones, but we'll see how it goes.
Can you walk me through the two-handed sideline crank situation that was getting worked? What do you call that?
The two-handed what?
There's like there was the video on the sidelines, and there was some kind of interaction with like a two. There was like a. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's cameras everywhere, Jake. I'm sorry about that.
We saw. Shout out to Texas A&M tight ends. We saw some young tight ends in college do that a couple weeks prior. We thought it was pretty funny, and. Just guys being dudes, I guess. Yeah.
Respect. I love that.
Are you aware of those cameras and microphones on the sideline at all? Do you look out for them? Try to stay away, or?
So usually we catch them. That time we didn't. However, they do the sounds of the sidelines like the Cowboys guys do, and so you have to be really careful of what you say, like. Just because, like, you'll be sitting there and all of a sudden you'll see, like, the mic come over your head and you can barely see it. And the only time you see it is when you're looking up at the scoreboard. So they're really trying to get you on some of those. But, yeah, usually you can tell when the camera's looking at you.
Hey, Jake, when we talk about playing in Denver, is any talk about this week about altitude at all? Or is that something – I mean, we used to make such a big deal about that back in the day. And now it's kind of like you don't hear it as much. Is that something the teams is it science and all that? You guys got it ready to go?
Yeah, I think I personally, I've experienced it, and I feel like it's a real deal thing.
Yeah.
My dad lives up in Wyoming.
Oh wow, yeah.
So
That's
yeah, we
way
fly
up there.
into Denver. I got cousins there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's real. I think it just feels like someone's stepping on your chest a little bit. Uh, but honestly, I think, if you're conditioned, like if you're conditioned normally, all it does is bring that extra, okay, I got to fight a little bit harder to push through this. You know what I mean? Like, but if you aren't conditioned and you're in bad shape, then you're going to be in for a long one. So it's my take on it.
You in the best shape of your life right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Best shape of my life was probably, I was 190 with a 6-pack in high school. And there were some times in college I had a 1-pack, and I'm still probably fighting to get back.
Are there times you see yourself like in a picture and you're like going, God, what am I doing? Kind of a thing.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Sometimes it's the bad stretch shot and there's part of the jersey's riding up or something. You kind of get them.
Sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. I think we talked about there's a picture of me in the Rose Bowl game with the.
Oh.
So I have this thing. It's all O linemen have it, and I call it the stamp of approval for O linemen. And it's when their belly's sticking through their jersey, and you can see the outline of their belly button.
Yeah.
So that's my like. If I've got that, I need to go on a diet.
Yeah. I was going to ask you this, Jake. Like, I know my experiences of being there in locker rooms and stuff. Tell people how hard it is to put your shoulder pads on.
Oh, yeah. With a game jersey?
Yeah, with the game jersey and all that, because it used to be that we never, in the 80s, never taped our jerseys down like they do today. But, I mean, those things, it's like Bucky's over there trying to McCord or they're pulling on you. And it's just, you feel like you can't breathe and then your neck's getting all messed up in there. What's that like? Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people know that the pads have tape all over them to keep the jersey stuck.
Right.
I didn't even know that until I got to the NFL.
Oh, wow.
Because we didn't do that at Wisconsin. But, the tape, but also just the fact that it's so tight on your shoulders. And then when you get it, because you're going to put your jersey over your pads first thing before you even put it on. And then, like, you basically got to do a swan dive maneuver to get in there. And then getting it off, I need, like, 3 guys to help me get it off. Yeah. Like, that's a whole different story.
Okay.
Yeah, it's wicked.
It's Jake Ferguson here with you on 105.3 The Fan. Denver defense looks pretty tough. How confident are you that the offense can keep up the pace here?
Yeah, I think we're good. We just got to stick to our game plan. We got to execute what we're trying to do. And I think it's, what we've been preaching is do your 111th. Don't try to be some hero or try to do something extra. Just play your game. But yeah, for sure, going to be a fun one. And then the Denver atmosphere is also always fun to play in, and is a cool stadium in my opinion. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good game for sure.
So 111's just one more than 110%.
111th.
Oh, 111th.
So
okay.
Do your job. Yeah.
Okay.
Do your job. You know what I mean? And like, don't try to do too much. Like, don't try to do the other person's job. Get your 111th done. So, and then when everybody's doing that, we're smoking.
Can you walk me through what the road trip situation is like itinerary wise? You land in Denver. What are you guys just in team meetings the whole time? You're hanging out at the hotel. Walk me through that a little bit.
Yeah, so it gets a little different. Night games actually, it's like if we're playing at 7:00, we actually get some. So like we land in Denver at 5 or whatever. We get to the hotel at 6. If it's a night game, we actually get the whole night off. So, like, what I like to do is if I have family there or home games, if I have family, I'll either, like, home games, I like to do a big dinner, not a big dinner, but like just a sit-down dinner at my house with whoever's in for the game. Away games, luckily, I have a lot of, like, my cousin was in Carolina. I got a lot of cousins and family in Denver. I'll be able to go out to grab dinner with them, just a quick bite to eat and then leave or whatever. But then, like the afternoon early games, we have meetings at night, and it's like just a little refresher, opening call, stuff like that. And then you still get a little time. Like I got a bunch of family in Denver. I'm going to try to go see them just for like 30 minutes, an hour. And then I'm in bed by, 9:30, 10.
I would figure in Denver, as long as you can keep everybody out of the dispensaries, you're ahead of the game.
Yeah, probably. No, we don't do that, though. We don't do that.
There you go. Yeah, good answer.
Yeah.
Jake, thanks so much for joining us. Best of luck up there. I heard they got extra oxygen on the sideline. If you need it, don't be afraid of it.
Fired up. I'm ready.
I love it, man.